it. So, Mr. Broussard, would you start with your opening, please?
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Bruce Broussard, and I see some familiar faces, and I really feel that the issue with reference to the county, Multnomah County here in our city and our state, is a very, very important one. District 2 is very, very important because it's kind of like the focal point where a lot of the federal funds were going to, and now they're trying to figure out what do we do. Some of those areas are being dismantled as far as funds are concerned. We got a lot of competitiveness, if you will, for those funds, and we got many issues in the Multnomah County, especially District Number 2. It is the poorest district, if you will, when you think about the county aspect of it. When you think about the poor, you think about all the issues that we see on TV, trying to figure out how do we solve these problems. And in fact, the county, they're in the process right now. They have been hiring a lot of the people that they have been servicing to. And that's just that brings it a whole different world, various cultures and the like and whatever. So I'm really excited about doing this. I happen to be a senior citizen myself. I'm a Vietnam veteran, a disabled vet, Marine Corps type, and in all due respect, I'm really looking forward to running a good race. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Jayapal, I want to make it Jayapur, sorry.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for staying this late. We really appreciate your willingness to hang in there and hear from us as well. I'm Sushila Jayapal. I want to tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm running for office. I'm an immigrant. I was born in India. I came to the U.S. when I was 16 to go to college. That was August of 1979, and I still remember that day. I still remember standing by the train tracks on the campus with my luggage strewn around me. I was wearing the clothes I'd brought for a Pennsylvania winter, which meant a corduroy pants, a turtleneck, and a wool sweater, and it was late August. I have never felt so short, so brown, or so sweaty. I have lived here in Multnomah County in District 2 for 24 years, all in District 2. I raised my children here. They graduated from Grant High School. I'm running for office because I feel a sense of urgency about what's happening here, and that is that too many people are struggling to find their place and keep their place in Multnomah County, to find housing, to keep jobs, to pay medical bills, to build a life for themselves and for their children. And disproportionately, those people are Black and brown, immigrant and refugee. I feel urgency about changing that, and with your vote, I hope to do that. Thank you.
Ms. Maxwell?
Good evening, and hello, neighbors and friends, and the Women League of Voters and the Interfaith community. My name is Sharon Maxwell, and I'm native here to Multnomah County and the city of Portland. I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, I'm a businesswoman. I've been operating my own general contracting firm for the last 16 years. When I noticed that District 2, which is the most diverse in Multnomah County, was destroyed and blighted, that people's lives were being desperately impacted, I went back to school so that I could help people get jobs who looked like me, people who were being marginalized, people who were being left behind. It's time for a true change in Multnomah County and in District 2. I am not the status quo. I am actually a trailblazer, a pioneer, someone who actually brings a track record of results. And to make sure that our students are graduating from high school, connecting their education to their career futures. It's no longer business as usual. The county can no longer operate in crisis mode. It's time for prevention.
Ms. Garcia?
Buenas noches, Maria Garcia. I'm running because I see that what we lack right now across our country is the connection between government and the people. We feel disconnected. We are doubtful of our representatives, of their integrity. I was born and raised in Mexico City. I know how disconnection looks like. It's called corruption and dishonesty. I came to this country when I was 18 years old with my daughter. She was 3 years old at the time, looking for safety, looking for stability for my family. I know what it is to be undocumented. I know what it is, the feeling of uncertainty. I know what it is to work up to 3 jobs and not being the parent that I wanted to be for my daughter. I know what it is to have legal representation that incorrectly translated what I wanted to say. So I'm here representing minority communities, which first language is not English. Thank you.
Let's turn now to your concluding statement, and Ms. Maxwell, you'll start us off, please.
The people have spoken. The employees have spoken. Our communities of color have spoken. Action is needed now. We need a transformative leader. We need a servant leader. That's Maxwell, Sharon Maxwell. I'm asking for your vote May 15th. Tell 10 friends and family, Maxwell, Sharon Maxwell. I bring a track record and results day one. I've already been doing it. It's not a heavy lift. As a pioneer woman in a non-traditional trade, as a woman who is a trailblazer, I've already done the heavy lifting. I'll just continue to further and do this work, making sure that I bring that tenacity, that perseverance, and that advocacy to County Commission to make sure District 2 is a strong district and that our families are not further priced out and left behind. It's time now to make sure no one is living in a tent. Thank you very much.
Ms. Garcia.
Thank you. I was asked to run for this position by community members because they know that I'm committed, and also because we need to have leaders that really understand the issues that every day we are facing. We are talking about deportations. We are talking about separation of families. We are talking about people incarcerated. We need leaders that really understand how these problems are affecting the development of our communities, our youth. I am there, I'm an advocate. I truly believe that we can make a change. And being an immigrant gives me a different perspective that is positive because we have a very diverse district. Our immigrants communities are being affected in a tremendous way. So we need to address these issues. We know that if we empower the people on the bottom, or the bottom of the society, then the effect is gonna echo everywhere else. So I ask you for your support, Maria Garcia. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Broussard.
Again, I ask you for your support. I'm Bruce Broussard. I got an extensive background. Yes, I've ran 5 different times, but I've learned quite a bit. And I've spent quite a bit of time talking about issues. I feel very comfortable in that. I understand what the county is all about. I understand what that issue is all about. I understand you got to communicate with a number of people if we're going to resolve anything. I can't promise you everything, but I'll work very hard to make sure that we solve some of the problems we have, like the Wapato thing. We have to solve that. These are monies that we can put back in the coffers. The crime issue aspect of it, the sanctuary city aspect of it. These are subject matters that a lot of times people don't want to talk to. Well, in all due respect, I will talk to those issues, because if we don't talk to those issues, we won't get back in solving some of the problems we really, really have and we need to solve so we can get together. Because right now we are divided, if you will. I'm not interested in the national situation right now. I'm interested in the Oregon situation, more specifically Multnomah County District Number 2. A very, very tough situation, and I can do the job. Thank you.
Ms. Jayapal.
Thank you. I mentioned in the opening statement that I'm running because I feel a sense of urgency about what's happening in the county, about the folks who are struggling, who are being pushed out, who can't find and keep their place here. I'm also running because I believe we can change that. I don't think it's inevitable. We got where we are through policy choices and decisions, and we can change it the same way. Making those changes takes understanding how to find solutions and to push them through large organizations, and I have a track record of doing that. It also is going to require working with broad sectors of the community, across sector, with business, with nonprofits, with government, with community members, to find solutions, to create coalitions, and to push them forward. I am really proud to say that my campaign is supported by a broad swath of Multnomah County and District 2. I have been endorsed by former Governor Barbara Roberts, by Representative Earl Blumenauer, by all of the unions that have endorsed in this race, including AFSCME Local 88, which represents county employees, and I'm particularly proud of that, and by community leaders from all parts of District 2, including State Representative Tana Sanchez and State Representative Diego Hernandez. I have the passion, the drive, and the experience to get the job done, and I ask for your vote. Thank you very much.
Thank you. For other primary information, pick up our nonpartisan voters guide, which is really fat. So that's good. At your local public library, New Seasons Market, or Meals on Wheels Dining Center. Or if you want the electronics, go to vote411.org. Election Day is May 15th. As in all Oregon elections, you will receive a mail-in ballot. Ballots must be mailed back or delivered to the official drop-off site anywhere in Oregon no later than 8 p.m. on Tuesday, May 15th. Postmarks do not count. Thank you for being here in the audience. Thank you for watching at home. Please be informed. Remember that your vote is important, and make sure that your family and friends know that as well. Thank you.